They forgot my birthday. Again, not a text, not a call, not even a Facebook post with a generic cake emoji. 30 years old and my phone stayed silent all day. Then, at 11 p.m., the family group chat lit up. Mom's message popped on my screen. "Hey, sweetie. Can you cover dinner for 18 people? Bella's celebration at Morton's. Saturday at 7, you're the best." 3 cry-laughing emojis, a champagne glass, a heart. I stared at those 3 lines until my screen went dark. They forgot my 30th birthday, but they remembered my credit card. If you've ever been the family ATM, drop your city in the comments. And hit that like button if you keep receipts, because you're about to see why I do. Here's the thing about being a CPA. You learn to document everything. Every transaction, every promise, every lie. I had 3 years of records, and I didn't answer that text right away, because this time I had proof of everything. Let me take you back. Growing up, I was always in Bella's shadow. Bella's the youngest, the golden child, the one who could do no wrong. When Bella graduated high school, Mom and Dad threw a party for 200 people. Catered, live band, the works. When I graduated, same high school, higher GPA, we had 12 people in the backyard. I paid for my own cake. Bella got a college fund. $50,000 set aside since she was born. I got a handshake and a speech about character building, so I worked 3 jobs, put myself through state school, graduated with honors in accounting, became a CPA at 24. I'm good with numbers. I'm better with records. It's not bitterness, it's survival. When you grow up being overlooked, you learn to keep track, every family loan, every emergency, every "I'll pay you back, I promise." I saved the Venmo screenshots, the text threads, the voicemails. I kept a spreadsheet. I didn't think I'd ever need it. But I kept it anyway. Last year, my 29th birthday came and went. Silent. 2 days later, Dad called. "Hey kiddo, Bella's car died. She needs $4,000 for repairs. Can you help out?" I sent the money that afternoon. Bella never said thank you. I told myself it was normal, that this is what family does. You help each other, you don't keep score. But then came the text that changed everything. "Can you cover dinner for 18 people? On my birthday, the birthday they forgot." I called Mom the next morning. I needed to hear her say it. She picked up on the 3rd ring, voice bright and breezy. "Oh good, you saw the message. So Morton's has a private room, but we need to confirm today." I took a breath. "Mom, what's the budget?" "Oh, you know. Morton's prices, probably $2,500, maybe $3,000 with drinks." My stomach dropped. "That's a lot of money, Mom." "Well, Bella made junior director, it's a huge deal, and you've always been so generous, sweetie." There it was, the assumption. I pushed a little harder. "Mom. Yesterday was my birthday." Silence, then a light laugh. "Oh my God, honey, I'm so sorry. We'll do a cake on Saturday, okay? Now about the reservation." Before I could answer, I heard a click. Bella's voice joined the call. "Seriously, you're making this difficult?" My jaw tightened. "Bella, I'm just trying to understand." "Understand what? It's called being family. You don't have a spouse. You don't have kids. You've got the disposable income." Mom chimed back in. "Bella's right. You can probably expense it or something, right? Business dinner?" I closed my eyes. "Let me think about it." Mom's tone shifted, colder. "We need to confirm by tomorrow. The deposit is $500 non-refundable. Don't leave Bella hanging." The line went dead. I sat there, phone in hand, feeling that old familiar knot in my chest. Guilt, obligation, shame. The trifecta that had ruled my life for 30 years. I sat alone in my apartment that night. My banking app was open on my phone. Checking account balance, $8,300. I could cover the dinner. Technically. But that money was my vacation fund. 2 years of saving, every bonus, every tax refund. I was supposed to go to Portugal in the fall, my first real trip in 5 years. The family group chat kept lighting up. Aunts, uncles, cousins, all replying to Mom's announcement. "Can't wait? Bella, you deserve this." "So proud of you." Not one person mentioned my birthday. I started typing a reply. "Yes, I'll cover it." My finger hovered over send. Then I heard my therapist's voice in my head. She'd said it 6 months ago after I paid for Bella's credit card bill. "You can't set yourself on fire to keep them warm." I deleted the message, but I didn't know what else to say. If I said no, I'd be the villain. Selfish, cold-hearted, the family outcast. If I said yes, I'd be invisible. Again, either way, I lose. I opened Venmo, stared at Morton's steakhouse in the search bar. My thumb touched the screen, then I stopped. I remembered the file on my laptop, the one labeled Family Finances. I hadn't opened it in months, but suddenly I needed to see it. I opened the spreadsheet. 3 years of loans, color-coded, cross-referenced with bank statements, every single transaction I'd ever made for my family. September 2021, Mom's roof emergency, $5,000. November 2021, Dad's medical copay, $1,800. February 2022, Bella's apartment security deposit, $3,200. June 2022, Bella's credit card bailout, $2,400. October 2022, Bella's new laptop, $1,900. The list went on and on. Total loaned over 3 years, $34,600. Total repaid, $400. One payment from Dad 2 years ago. Everything else, red, unpaid. I took a screenshot of the summary tab. My hands were shaking, not from fear, from clarity. I scrolled to the notes column. Next to Bella's career coaching program, $2,400 I'd written. She never mentioned it again. Next to her Chalum trip fund, $1,500 I'd written. She posted photos for 3 weeks. I hadn't gone on vacation in 3 years. Bella had gone to Chalum twice. The math was right there, black and white. I wasn't the family ATM, I was the mark. And that spreadsheet was just the money. I hadn't even opened the screenshots folder yet. I texted the group chat. I need to talk about budgets before I commit to Saturday. Send. The chat went silent, no bubbles, no reactions. Then my phone rang. Mom. What is there to talk about? It's Bella's night. Her voice was tight, clipped. Mom, it's $3,000, that's not nothing. After everything we've done for you, there it was, the guilt hammer. We raised you, we fed you. We gave you a roof over your head for 18 years, and you can't do this one thing for your sister? I didn't respond. She hung up. 2 minutes later, a text from Bella. Wow, on my big day? Really? This is so typical of you. Then Dad. Your mother is very hurt. Think about what you're doing. The group chat came back to life, but not in my favor. Aunt Carol. Family takes care of family, hun. Uncle Joe, just chip in, kiddo. It's what we do. Cousin Amy posted a meme to Facebook an hour later. Some people value money more than memories. Not tagged, but obvious. I checked Instagram. Bella had posted a story, a quote card. Family isn't about money unless you're too selfish to celebrate the people you love. The replies were full of heart emojis. They were closing ranks. I was the villain. The deposit was due in 12 hours, but I'd already made my decision. I just needed one more piece of evidence. I opened the screenshots folder on my desktop. 47 images. All family group chats, but one thread stood out. A conversation from 8 months ago. A cousin had accidentally forwarded it to me, then unsent it, but I'd already taken a screenshot. It was Mom and Bella, private chat, talking about me. Bella's message, lol, she'll pay, she always does. Guilt is cheaper than interest. Mom's reply, I'll cry a little if I have to, works every time. Another message from Bella, honestly, she owes us. We put up with her weird phase in high school. She has no life anyway. Mom sent a laughing emoji. There was more, a thread from 2 months ago. Mom to Bella, just ask her for the laptop money. She'll say yes, she always folds. Bella, what if she asks questions? Mom, she won't. But if she does, just make it about family loyalty. She's too scared to say no. I read it 3 times. The cruelty was casual, habitual. This wasn't family. This was exploitation with a holiday card. They didn't forget my birthday. They just didn't care. And in that moment, something inside me went cold. Not angry, not sad. Just done. I wasn't hurt anymore. I was finished. I did what CPAs do. I followed the money. Bella's LinkedIn said Junior Marketing Director. Sounds impressive, but Glassdoor showed the salary range, $58,000 a year. Her rent, according to her Instagram location tags, was in a building I recognized. $2,400 a month. That's $28,800 a year, just rent. Then there was the Chanel bag in last week's photo. Retail, $4,800, the Peloton in her stories, the spin classes. The weekend trips to Napa. The math didn't work, not unless someone was subsidizing her. I pulled public records. Mom and dad's mortgage, refinanced in 2019, $180,000. Refinanced again in 2021, $285,000. A cash-out refi. $105,000 pulled out. I cross-referenced the date. 2 weeks before Bella's credit card lawsuit was settled. There it was. Bella's lifestyle required funding she didn't earn. Mom and dad were underwater on their house, and I was the silent bank that kept it all going. The motive was clear. Control, appearances, cash flow, 3 ugly reasons wrapped in the word family. I wasn't their daughter, I was their bailout plan. Now I knew exactly what to do. I opened a blank document. Formal loan repayment demand. I wrote it in 20 minutes. I'd been writing it in my head for 3 years. To whom it may concern, this letter constitutes a formal demand for repayment of loans extended between 2021 and 2023. Total outstanding balance, $34,200. Please see attached documentation. I included the spreadsheet. The bank statements, every receipt. I offered a 60-day payment plan. Reasonable, professional, airtight. I saved it as a PDF, printed 3 copies. Then I booked a consultation with a family law attorney, not because I wanted to sue, but because I needed to know my options if they retaliated. The consultation was short. The lawyer looked at my records and nodded. This is clean. If they escalate, you're covered. I paid the consultation fee and left. Next, I removed myself from the family group chat. No explanation, just left. Then I did something I'd never done before. I RSVP'd yes to Bella's dinner. I was going to show up, but not with my credit card, with my receipts. This wasn't revenge. This was amputation, cutting out the infection before it killed me. The dinner was in 2 days. They had no idea what was coming. Saturday night. 7 p.m., Morton Steakhouse. I walked in wearing my best blazer. Hair done? Come. The hostess led me to the private room. 18 people, long table. Bella at the head, glowing, mom and dad on either side. Aunts, uncles, cousins filling the rest. No one acknowledged me when I sat down, not until appetizers arrived. Mom leaned over, voice low. Did you handle the bill with the maitre d'? I smiled. No. The table went quiet. Bella's fork stopped halfway to her mouth. What do you mean no? I mean I'm not paying for dinner. Mom's face flushed. We talked about this. No, you told me. I'm here to talk. I reached into my bag and pulled out the folder. Printed, organized, tabbed. I placed it on the white tablecloth. I brought something instead. A full accounting. Bella's eyes narrowed. What is that? Every loan I've given this family in the last 3 years, with dates, amounts, and proof. I opened the folder, slid the spreadsheet summary across the table. $34,600, loaned, $400 repaid. Uncle Joe laughed nervously. Come on, kiddo, family doesn't keep score. I cut him off. You're right, family doesn't, but banks do, and I'm done being your bank. I pulled out the next page, the screenshots. Mom's face went pale. These are private, these are evidence. Of you and Bella laughing about manipulating me. Guilt is cheaper than interest. Your words, Mom, not mine. Bella stood up. You're ruining my night? No, Bella, I'm just done funding it. I pulled out the last page, the mortgage record, the credit lawsuit, the timeline. Mom and Dad refinanced their house to pay off your credit cards, Bella, $105,000. And when that wasn't enough, you came to me. Silence, I stood, placed a 20 and a 10 on the table. That's for my water and bread. I've sent a formal demand letter. You'll all receive it Monday. Certified mail. I'm happy to discuss a payment plan with anyone who'd like to make this right. I picked up my bag, but I'm not paying for this dinner, and I'm not paying for anything else. I walked out. Behind me chaos, ahead of me peace. 48 hours later, the fallout began. Dad sent an email. Subject line, I'm sorry. The message was short, no excuses, just an apology, and a check for $500. It wasn't much, but it was something. I cashed it, updated the spreadsheet. $34,100 remaining. Mom and Bella went the other direction. A cease and desist letter arrived 3 days later, printed from a LegalZoom template. $99 well spent, I'm sure. My attorney read it and laughed. They have no grounds. Ignore it, so I did. 2 cousins reached out privately, apologized, said they'd seen the pattern for years but didn't know how to speak up. I appreciated that. I didn't demand groveling, just honesty. Aunt Carol sent a text. You were right, I'm sorry I pressured you. I thanked her. I blocked Mom and Bella on every platform. No lawsuit, no public shaming, no revenge, I just stopped participating. 3 months later, Bella's Instagram changed. The luxury posts slowed down, then stopped. A friend told me she'd moved, got a roommate, downgraded, I didn't gloat. I took my vacation, 2 weeks in Portugal, solo, blissful, I ate what I wanted, went where I wanted, spent money on myself without guilt. For the first time in my life, I felt free. I also started therapy, real, deep work. Processing the grief of losing a family that never truly saw me. It hurt, but it was necessary. A year later, Dad asked to meet for coffee. I said yes, with boundaries. We met at a neutral spot, talked for an hour. He was tentative, humble. He's been paying $50 a month since that first check. It'll take years to repay everything, but he's trying. I respect that. Mom and Bella haven't reached out. I don't expect them to. Some bridges burn, and that's okay. I learned something through all of this. Family isn't who asks for everything. It's who sees you even when you have nothing left to give. You can't control who values you, but you can stop subsidizing people who don't. So here's my question for you. If you've ever had to choose between family loyalty and self-respect, tell me in the comments. How did you decide? What's the hardest boundary you've ever set? And if this story resonated with you, hit that subscribe button, because your story matters too. And to everyone out there who keeps receipts just in case, you're not petty, you're prepared. And sometimes that's exactly what saves you. This has been a fictionalized dramatization for entertainment purposes. It is not legal or financial advice. I didn't get the family I deserved. But I finally became the person I needed. And that's worth more than any dinner at Morton's.